What's going on YouTube? My name is GinJTCG or Chris, and today I'm back with another rogue deck, and this one I think is what I considered, and I talked about it in the podcast with Josh and Avery. If you haven't seen the Battle VIPs podcast, definitely go check it out. We do a big meta forecast. We talk about the top decks from the past couple of weeks. We also talk about new cards coming out, any big updates after that. But it's an awesome little series we're doing every other week. Definitely go give that a listen if you haven't. But we talked about how SableZard might be the only Lost Box list that's really doing all right and probably in the best spot compared to all of them. So if you don't know what SableZard is, it revolves around the Lost Box engine. It uses Comfey as its draw engine, and then you've got Cramorant to attack for free, and then Sableye to kind of ping some damage and fix some math and take multiple KOs in the late game once you get 10 cards in that lost zone. So why it's called SableZard is because you really revolve around using Sableye all the time, as well as Radiant Charizard. Radiant Charizard with the Excited Heart ability has the ability where you attack for one colorless energy less for every prize card your opponent has taken. So you've got an insane energy cost, but once your opponent has taken a bunch of prize cards, you're able to attack for less and less. So something that's nice for, because I know I've seen recently a couple of newer people commenting down below. So I'm going to take a little bit more time in my decks just to explain what's going on, just so they're kind of well aware if they haven't seen a Lost Box deck, because it has been super popular lately. How Lost Box works is you want to get to 4 cards in the Lost Zone as quick as possible to use Cramorant. Then you could, with the Lost Provisions ability, you could attack for free if you have 4 cards in Lost Zone, which isn't super hard at all. If you don't know how to do that, you just go double flower select and get 2 cards in Lost Zone with the ability, and then play 1 Colress' Experiment, and then put 2 more cards in Lost Zone to put you at the number 4. Once you could do that, you're able to attack with Cramorant for free for the rest of the game. And some interesting plays with Cramorant is if we're up against like Charizard or something like that, and we pinged a bunch of damage on like all their Pidgeots, all their Charizards, we could use TM Devolution and just kind of board wipe, especially if we see they're down 4 rare candies, and we are absolutely going to go for a Devolution play. I think there's not a lot of Devolution running around right now, so Charizard's kind of taking out the mist energies and stuff like that. So it should be pretty easy to get off a big Devolution play, as long as we've got like the right amount of ways to just ping Pokemon and not finish off KOs. That's a great way to get around Charizard, because it's got an insane amount of HP. You also have access to TM Crisis Punch, which you need 3 energy to use, and then you can only use it when your opponent has exactly 1 prize card remaining, and you just swing to 80. Well, Cramorant ignores all energy costs, so you could use this for free with Cramorant. Also, you can use it for free with Charizard, since you take a colorless energy less for each prize card your opponent has taken, as long as your opponent has taken 3 prize cards and they've got 1 remaining, which they have because, you're using Crisis Punch. You could just use Crisis Punch for free off Radiant Charizard. So we've got 2 different Pokemon we can use Crisis Punch for free with in the late game, which could be a massive sweep and really help take that big last KO without worrying about like a turn after that or anything of the sort. So that's kind of like the idea behind Lost Zone decks. You also get access to, Mirage Gate. When you have 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone, that's the next number you want to hit after 4. You can search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and then attach them to your Pokemon, and they have to be of different types, so like a fire and a psychic energy in this deck, and maybe a dark for Munkidori. We play one of dark energy, one of Munkidori, just to help fix some math if like somehow they didn't one-shot us, or they just did like a little baby ping with like Dragapult or something like that. Munkidori could really save us against some Dragapults. So you got Mirage Gate to get some energy down onto Sableye, plus Charizard. We're not playing a super high count of energy because we really just want to pull them out of our deck with Mirage Gate, and for the most part, honestly, you're pretty much able to just like attach an energy attack for most of the game anyways. Charizard might be the only one we need Mirage Gate for, and what's nice about Charizard and Mirage Gate is we could use Night Stretcher. So if they're taking a KO or 2 and we got, Mirage Gate in hand and a Nest Ball for Charizard, we could use Charizard, play it down, get some Mirage Gates going, and then next turn use Night Stretcher, take it right back, and then there'll be another prize card farther, so it'll take even less energy to set up Charizard. So Night Stretcher has been a huge addition to this deck. And then the final number you want to hit in the Lost Zone is 10. So once you hit 10, you get the Lost Mine attack, where you can put 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So against Ancient Box, let's say we swung into a couple Roaring Moons, but we didn't finish them off with Spit Innocently Cramorant. We've got sets of 3 we can put on like 3 different Roaring Moons and take 3 KOs in 1 turn. So honestly, as long as you're attacking every turn with this deck, it doesn't matter, because you could use Sableye to clean up those KOs. So even if it's like, this single prize deck like Ancient Box took a KO and I didn't, as long as you attacked with Cram, you're fine. The deck will deck, it'll work itself out. For the A-Spec, we're using Prime Catcher just as an extra switch between Comfeys as well as further Gust, because we're only playing 1 copy of Bosses, or actually, no, we're playing 0 copies of Bosses Orders. I lied, we've only got Prime Catcher. I didn't even process that. Okay. Don't know how that happened when I smacked this one together. Maybe look into a Boss's Orders. I mean, I played it a couple times and I didn't even think about using Boss's Orders because I was always just kind of digging for Colress or looking for that Roxanne in the late game since, you know, we're down a bunch of prizes. But the reason this deck is in such a good spot is because we're in a very, very aggressive format. You know, a very basic EX dominated hyper aggro type of format. So when you're attacking with single prizers, you naturally are just forcing longer games, which is usually a struggle for a lot of those aggro decks since they really just worry about torching the active. That's not hard for them to do. We're playing very low HP Pokemon. It's just a pretty much basic dominated single prize deck. But oh, that's right, the other Gust, excuse me, I'm starting at Iron Bundle. This is your other Suedo Gustus Hyper Blower. But you know, we force those longer games since we're a single prize dominated deck. Something that also works in our favor against Dragapult, because I know people are going to scream about like Kyurem and Dragapult and a board wipes Lost Box. Yes, you're 100% right. And I know people were definitely wondering that on my Zoroark video yesterday. So the reason there's 2 Manaphys is for Kyurem and Regidrago. Regidrago will try to Prime Catcher up Manaphy, play Canceling Cologne, and then wipe 3 Pokemon from your bench. If you have 2 Manaphy in play, Canceling Cologne only shuts off the active Pokemon's ability. So if you have 2 Manaphy in play, you're able to keep one of those ability, and in other words, keep your entire bench. So if we're playing against Regidrago, I am 100% smacking 2 Manaphys down. Is it a waste of bench space? Yes, but it completely shuts off a board wipe, and if they take 3 KOs in 1 turn against this deck, there's absolutely no way to come back from what I've seen. That is just way too much to come back from. So, you know, if we see a deck plays Kyurem or it is Regidrago, more likely than not, I'm going to be smacking Manaphy down. This deck also trades very well into things like Lugia and Gardevoir that will rely on Chinchinos and Driftblooms and stuff like that to take KOs, because we can trade very easily 1 prize for 1 prize against Pokemon like that, and we're used to dealing with big 2 prizes anyway, so dealing with a Lugia V-Star is not too much to worry about. All you got to do is go Cram and Radiant Charizard, and you're taking that thing out no problem. So it's definitely a very fun list. As a few of you may know, because I haven't played a Lost Zone deck in, oh my god, ages. I think the last one I played was on the channel was Lost Gudra. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me, was Lost Gudra. And that was, if you remember me playing Lost Gudra, you're a real one, because that was in the very, very beginning of my channel. And I've helped a lot of people learn how to play Lost Box. Like, generally, I know the gist of it, and I can help with different plays in the moment, but I wouldn't say I'm like an amazing Lost Box player by any means. So I am going to have the list pulled up, which I usually don't. Usually I'm just full sending it. I am going to have the list pulled up on my other monitor to my side, just in case I need to glance at it, because some of these decisions with Comfeys are a little difficult, and just to help me remember all the counts, because I play like counts of different cards, because I play literally a different deck every day for these videos. You know, it's very hard for me to memorize counts of my own lists, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna have that list up to the side of me, which should help out with misplays and stuff like that. But if I make one, I apologize. You know, it happens. I mean, it's a Lost Box decks are a little more confusing than most. This one is probably the least straightforward of the lot of them. So, you know, this one I feel like always is a little bit different to play than most, so it doesn't really help me going into this video, but I think it's going to go fine. I think this deck is going to do amazing, and I think it's honestly in a decent spot right now. So if you're a one-trick pony, like my boy Josh in the Battle Be at Peace podcast, which you guys should go and listen after this video, obviously, not in the middle of this video. Don't click out right now. Watch it after the video. You know, if you're a one-trick pony like Josh, and all you do is play Lost Box, switch to SableZard. SableZard is probably your best bet at rocking at a very high level with a Lost Box deck. So without any more yapping, because this was definitely a longer intro, there's a lot of moving parts in this Lost Box deck, let's get into it and let's show off how well this deck can do. Welcome to match number 1. We are going first, and we have an awful hand. This might be one of the worst hands ever. We don't have any Comfeys, no way to search Pokemon. We're up against a Fluttermane, which is really not what we want to do, actually. Fluttermane really kind of hurts because it shuts down our Comfeys from working, and I just have a pass. We are probably going to get donked against Ancient Box, and I mean, that wouldn't feel very good if we do. Chances are you won't be seeing this clip because that's not really fun to watch, and if we don't, well, you're watching it because somehow this ended up into a good game. But they got Earthen Vessel and Dark Energy. It tells me they're 100% playing Ancient Box. It is littered all over the ladder right now. I feel like that's what everyone is running, for good reason. I mean, it's in a very, very good spot. But I think I think SableZard can legitimately go toe-to-toe with it. I think SableZard can actually push Ancient Box to its limits. I think you know, Ancient Box is focusing on milling themselves and taking massive prize cards, or massive damage by milling half their deck to get more Ancient Pokemon in play, or cards on discard, you guys know what I mean. Like, SableZard doesn't care. We'll force that type of longevity game just like Ancient Box will. We're not necessarily swinging for as hard, and I know something I was thinking when I saw this archetype get good, oh gosh, probably like years ago at this point, I was like, how is a deck like this that good? You're swinging for like 110 and 120, you know, 120 being Sableye damage like all the time. It's really not that much at all. Like, how is a deck like that hanging with all these massive HP decks and stuff like that? But you'd be surprised how easily able you are to ramp up damage in this deck. And this deck was an archetype way before Crisis Punch or anything like that came out. Like, this deck has some legitimate teeth to it. So, alright, what are we doing here? I like my hand a lot. I mean, they do have Flutter Mane in the active, which really doesn't help. I think I could Iono them. What they get rid of? What they get rid of with that Explorer's Guidance? That'll tell me if they got rid of another Explorer's Guidance. So that tells me they definitely have another Explorer's Guidance or a Sada in hand that they took. There's how many energy in discard? There's 2 energy in discard, so we could start being in the Nightmare area. If we don't get a Pokemon in play, I'm just going to Iono. I know I'm giving them a couple cards, but I need more Pokemon in play. I think we can make a comeback against this deck for sure. We just need the right way to do it. And this actually could work. This could work very well. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play Comfey. I'm going to Nest Ball up Iron Bundle. So Flutter Mane shuts down all abilities in the active spot, so I actually need to play Iron Bundle, get Flutter Mane out of the active, and then I can start using Comfey to do some flower selectings. So I guess, oh man, I really don't want to put Rescue Board on Sableye. I really like having Rescue Board on Comfey to just have a Comfey pivot the whole game. It really helps with flower selectings and stuff. However, it doesn't seem I'm going to have that type of luxury right now. So we're just going to Rescue Board the Sableye. We want to start getting cards in the Lost Zone as quick as we can. And if we lose a Comfey right now, we lose a Comfey. You know what? I'm confident we can make a decent comeback against this deck. Would I need Crisis Punch? Because Switch could be useful. I've got Colress. You know what? I could find more Switch. I can't necessarily find more Crisis Punch. We might need it just a one-shot, like a Roaring Moon with the tool on it, with the Ancient Booster Capsule. So I'm going to take the Crisis Punch. I'm going to sack a Switch, and I'm going to play Artisan, get another Comfey down for now. And that'll help me get going a little bit better next turn. So, I mean, we had an awful hand, so it's not a surprise we weren't able to, you know, get going this turn and get attacking. We would have needed the absolute nuts off that Iono to do it. But it's okay. Like, I think we're in a fine spot. Is they also whiffed their first attack, so you know what? If they attack first and then we keep the pressure after that, that's fine. I think we can make it work. So next turn we have a guaranteed attack, unless they Stadium Bump. If they Stadium Bump, it's not guaranteed, but what I'm assuming they're going to do, take the KO on the active. You know, they're going to use Roaring Moon, KO, or active. We're going to promote Comfey, use Flower Selecting. We're going to put our second card in Lost Zone, and then we're going to use Colress's Experiment to put 2 more, and then we will have 4 cards in Lost Zone. I can Artisan for Cram, hopefully get a Switcher Energy I could retreat with or switch with on that other Comfey. Go back into Cram, boom, problem solved. So, you know, we're good, and then we'll swing after that. And then, you know, at some point I think I'm probably going to want to Rescue Board back this little Iron Bundle so I can take a different Roaring Boon and start putting 110 damage on a few of them, because then I think my goal is going to be to go Sableye for like 30 damage, 30 damage, 30 damage after I attack with Cram a couple times, which definitely would be a fun play. I mean, that would be an awesome play, you know, to make sure we're taking a couple KOs. And that's what I mean, where it's like, you know what, if you don't take a KO, as long as you attack with SableZard, I think you'll be in an alright spot. Also, something good to know, you don't need Manaphy in this matchup. You're really not worried about Ancient Box doing any sort of bench damage. So we played 2 copies of Manaphy, really for Regidrago and other decks like Kyurem. Against a deck like this, you could just sack it. And this is what I was a little worried about, that Ancient Booster Capsule and Pokestop. However, we can run the Pokestop all day. We play so many items in this deck, and that's huge. They just lost 2 Sada off that. That's actually insane. That is really unlucky. So there's their 3rd Sada coming down now, and this is what I meant by that consistency might be able to work in our favor a little bit more than theirs. Especially in the late game, you know, we could hit our opponent with like a Roxanne. Oh my god, yeah, we might be able to make a comeback against this deck. After that insanely bad start, we're going to turn this around and make it something worthwhile. So they're going to get another Flutter Mane in the discard pile, and this is another thing that they have to watch out for. we are a single prize only deck. We force longer games because you have to attack 6 times instead of like 3 times against a Raging Bolt or something like that. And they're already at 15 cards left in their deck after taking 1 prize card right now, which means they have to do an insane amount of work to make sure they don't mill themselves while they keep playing the game. So, I mean, at this point they should be okay as long as they got energy to keep just setting up Pokemon and attacking. They should be fine, but we will see how they end up. We get Night Stretcher, which I do really like for Iron Bundle. I don't think I want to take Iron Bundle though, because they could just give me Flutter Mane and I'll be in a sticky spot. Mirage Gate or Colress? I think I'm going to go Colress. I really don't need Mirage Gate as much in this matchup. I really don't need to rely on Radiant Charizard as often as I would in other matchups. And then we're going to rip the Pokestop, then Colress, I think. There's definitely a correct way to do it. I 100% don't know the correct way to do it. Okay, this isn't bad. This is not bad. I like having Vacuum in the hand. I love having Pokegear in the hand. Let's rip the Colress. Let's see what we can get. Nest Ball we need. Sableye could really help. Having other attackers is always nice. I definitely need a switch. I talked about that. Do I get rid of a second Mirage Gate? Pokegear's gone. Do I need a second Sableye, or should I get rid of a second Mirage Gate? I played 2 Sableye, 3 Mirage Gates. Honestly, again, I really don't need Charizard, so I guess I really don't need these Sableye's, huh? We got a good way to dig. Between Pokestop, a Comfey, and Colress, we're digging a lot. You know what? We could rock with 1 Sableye. We got Night Stretcher, we got Rods, we got a bunch of cards like that. Give me the Mirage Gate. I might need it just to pull a Psychic Energy for our Sableye, and then we could just Night Stretcher that guy and do some work. So this works. This works very well. Alright, I'm going to Nest Ball. We're going to take Cram. I'm going to switch into Cram, swing. That's more or less the play I drew up exactly last turn, so I'm cool with that. I don't want to play Lost Vacuum Lit. I don't really want to play TM Devolution. I mean, I could do it just to thin the hand, but they don't really play any sort of hand disruption. And in case I draw into the Ultra Ball and I need a random card to get rid of, TM Devolution. And since that's Ancient Box, they're not known for playing hand disruption. I'm just going to let it rock. You know, we're fine. We got 4 cards in Lost Zone. Next play is going to have to be the exact same. The KO active, we go Comfey, Pokestop, Colress, and that will put us at 5, 6, 7. It'll put us in Mirage Gate range. However, we really want to hit 10 if we can. So we could use Sableye, unless I'm able to get a Radiant Charizard out next turn. But then they've only taken 2 prize cards. Oh, they got Boss. Alright, so we keep Cram. I'm not actually too upset with that. I'm not too upset with that at all, because then I can promote Sableye. It's got the rescue board for the pivot. Obviously, I would have rather that on the Comfey. Use Comfey as a pivot. Need less switch between these flower selectings, but it's alright. You know, we'll promote Sableye. We got the free retreat, and then I can just use Pokestop and Colress and see what the vibes are after that. Definitely an uphill battle, like I mentioned. However, I think we can make it work. Yeah, they're at the point. They just need to attack every turn. They don't need to dig their deck, which is really nice for them. It definitely is going to work out in their favor, and that's okay. We just need to wait until we got Roxanne, because Roxanne is going to be our massive carry in the late game. You know, putting Ancient Box at just a couple cards, and there's another Mirage Gate, so that's kind of nice to have, kind of the wrong time to see it. What do we get off this Pokestop? Anything useful. I lose a Colress, get Enhanced Hammer is not going to help, get a Nest Ball could help. Could definitely help. Let's go Nest Ball for... Do I do another Comfey? Just try to dig a little deeper? Probably. And then what do I want to do? Actually, you know what? This might be a turn where I go Night Stretcher for Iron Bundle. And if they give me Flutter Mane, I can... Oh, I won't be able to use Sableye, though, with this hand. Okay. Definitely a little rough. Just in case, let's use Colress before Comfey, because if I don't get a switch card, I'm going to be in a tough spot. So let's go Cram, switch card. Honestly, another switch card. Do I need another switch card? I could do another Nest Ball. Then I could go into another Comfey, get 2 Comfey down. Could really help at this point. I could get a Radiant Charizard down if I really wanted. We could KO Radiant Charizard. We're at 7, right? Actually, no, we're at 6. We do need another Comfey to hit Zard range. Okay. Because then we got Mirage Gates for that guy. Let's do it. Let's get Radiant Charizard. Let's switch into... How much energy do you need to attack? Let's check. 3. Okay. And we got 2 Mirage Gates, which should make that work perfectly. Let's retreat into Comfey. Let's put ourselves at 7. Let's, I guess, just take the KO on the active. No, I would go Iron Bundle here, and then take a KO on anything else. I actually don't want to KO the active because I put damage on it. I want to use Sableye to clean that thing up. So we're going to use Comfey. Give me a switch card. Fire Energy. I'll take it. Kind of hurts. I really wanted to switch card off that. So now we need to use probably both Mirage Gates, right? How many energy do we have left? Yep, we're going to have to use both. We need all three. Because we need 3 to attack, and then we need 1 to retreat. So we got the 1 to retreat in our hand. Actually, we have a switch card, so I could just attach, keep the Psychic Energy in deck for Sableye. Forgot, because we had a pivot, so now we have a switch card in hand. Oh, this works perfectly. Yeah, well, anyways, let's do this first. Give me that Iron Bundle back. I want this guy. And then I'm going to use Hyper Blower. I want to keep that damage on the Roaring Moon. That's what I mean. This matchup is a little weird. It's a little chaotic. This deck, you have to make some interesting plays, but I really want to go just litter damage on Roaring Moons and go for that massive play with Sableye I was telling you guys about. I mean, I think that's going to be the best way to kind of, between that and Roxanne, I've been saying this whole time, that is the line I want to take. So they're going to give me Greninja. I am obsessed with that. I will KO your Greninja all day. That is absolutely fine with me. And then I'm not going to play the gear yet. I'm going to play the gear next turn. I'm just going to swing 250. And let me double check, how many Night Stretchers am I running? I am playing 2 Night Stretchers. Okay, this is what I meant, where it's like I just need to keep track of different counts. I'm really not prize checking, just to keep the flow of the video going and see what's going on. Well, that helps, because now I can prize check. And I can prize check without looking at my deck. I can just look at my prize cards. So that could really help me just kind of map out how possible it is to clutch up the rest of the game. We're going to need a Rod, though. Because we're losing 3 energy on this Radiant Charizard, and y'all saw, it's not super hard to set up. You know, with a little bit, obviously it takes a little bit of effort. Gonna use some resources to do it. And with the Lawsome deck, you can't be afraid to Lawsome some good cards, like Sableye and Mirage Gate. You know, that just happens. But it's something you gotta do to set up plays like this and really force down these big KOs. So, ideally next turn, I go Sableye. I need Colress plus Comfey, and we've got 2 Colress left in the deck, 1 Colress left in the deck. Ooh, I don't play a PAL pad, do I? I don't think I stuck a PAL pad in this list. Nope. I just gotta hope that my last Colress isn't prized. If it is, I'm gonna have to do another Cram play on hopefully a different Roaring Moon. But I don't know if I'll be able to get an Iron Bundle back. Okay, that's fine. So let's promote Comfey, because we're going to need to dig deeper no matter what we do. I really don't want to swing Cram into this one. It's not going to help us the most. So let's Buddy-Buddy Poffin. That's going to be great. And let's take out just all these guys, thin the deck as much as possible. We got Roxanne, and guess who prized their last Colress? Okay, we could still make this work. How many vacuums we got? Tell me I prized both vacuums too. Oh no. Oh, this isn't good. And we got Rod, our other Night Searcher's prize. Alright, good thing I'm checking right now. Let me really see what's going on in these prize cards. Is it as bad as I think? Yes, it is. Wait. Am I not even playing vacuum? No, I'm playing 1 vacuum. Was it in the deck and I'm just dense? Probably. Or did I get rid of it? Okay. The prizes aren't awful. They're not great, though. So, what do we got here? We got 7 cards, no vacuum. I don't think I played vacuum. Yeah, no, vacuum should be in there. So we actually could get 10 with vacuum. It's a Pokestop, Comfey, or Pokegear first. I think we go Comfey, then Pokegear. Try to pull my Roxanne, because this is a Roxanne turn. This is 100% a Roxanne turn. Give me Rod. Munkidori could leave. They're one-shotting everything. Rod is absolutely fine. Don't want to accidentally get rid of Roxanne. Let me play Pokegear, and of course I whiff it. Of course I should have Pokegeared first. Okay, so we're going to Pokestop now. And we are going to get some solid cards, honestly. Some solid cards. Nothing that helps us too much yet. Although I do have Prime Catcher, actually. Prime Catcher could be pretty big, because I could go another Cram play into a Roaring Moon. And then next turn I'm pretty confident I could dig out a Roxanne. So I could just hold the hand. They're not really doing anything crazy. Let's do that. Let's go Prime Catcher. Give me this Roaring Moon. It's got no energy, so it might be hard to switch that guy. They're forced to play Sodas, and I'm just going to go Cram into it. Right? And then I could even, yeah, actually this works. This works. We gotta be a little careful. Our opponent's at 3 prizes. Now, you know, missing that Roxanne, if we had Roxanne that turn, put him at 2 cards, a Roaring Moon, no energy in the active, oh my god, we would have had a field day with them going forward. We kind of whiffed, though. At least we didn't Pokestop away the Roxanne. That's the biggest thing right now. that's what I'm the most worried about, because I'm really relying on that card for this is now the late game. This is the part I need it the most, and they're going to get superior energy retrieval. They can't manual attach retreat. It's a 2 retreat cost. They need Sadas as well. How many Sadas are they down? They're down, let's see. They only took 1 energy. Oh man, and they're down 3 Sadas. Actually, you know what? This is going to take a little bit to get that Roaring Moon. That's fine by me. That is fine by me. Oh, they switch. Okay. Alright, that's fair. Give me a Roaring Moon with no damage on it. Come on, dude. That would feel so great. That would feel so good. And they give me the Roaring Moon with damage. Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. And we get Lost Vacuum. Was Lost Vacuum in hand the whole time? Honestly, it might have been, and I just completely overlooked it. that would actually be really funny. So that works probably better for us. They got 2 prize cards left. Alright, this turn we need Roxanne. We need some huge plays this turn. And Sableye. I need to start wiping a couple different Pokemon here. I need to wipe a couple different Pokemon we got Counter Catcher. That's actually really, really good for us. They might not have any other energy. They used Kieran. Honestly, I need to go for Sableye. I am most likely going to take this Flutter Mane and just try to stick it in the active for the rest of the game. Let's go. We got 6 cards left. Could Mirage Gate, get the 1 energy out of the deck, and then just Rod when I retreat it back. Oh no, but I might need that to get the energy onto Sableye. So let's use Flower Selecting first. What we got? Psychic, Switch. How many Psychic are in discard? We should have 2. Yeah, we have 2. So I'm going to take Switch Cart. I'm going to switch into my other Comfey. Because then I've got Rod to get some energy back, and then I can put an energy on Comfey, like Fire Energy on Comfey, and Psychic Energy on Sableye. We could swing, get some big KOs, and Roxanne. There it is. There it is. Alright, this is sweet. So I'm going to Counter Catcher up this guy. Hope you don't have a way to retreat. I'm going to Lost Vacuum away TM Devo, because it really doesn't help me. And I'm going to get rid of this guy's tool. I'm then going to go... We're going to bench our other Cram, just in case. I have a feeling I might need that later. We're going to go Rod. We're going to take back... Honestly, Radiant Charizard could be nice at this point. Give me like one of each of these. I could actually take back a bunch of things. I'm going to leave Iron Bundle in the discard in case I get my other Night Stretcher. However, I am going to play my other Rod because I have it. And actually, I'll wait on the Rod. I don't need it right now. No need to play it if I don't need it. I'm going to go Mirage Gate. I'm going to take both of these. Throw the Fire onto Comfey. Throw the Psychic onto Sableye. Now we've got an Epic Sableye play to take a couple KOs. I'm going to retreat into Sableye here. Hope this Flutter Mane is staying in the active because I'm going to rip a Roxanne. And take at 2 prize cards minimum this turn. And this is a banger of a hand. Oh, this hand feels great. Crisis Punch, Radiant Charizard, Rod, exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, we got no cards in the deck, I just realized. Alright, well, looks like we're playing Rod right now. Give me Fire Energy, Fire Energy. Give me Iron Bundle. We gotta win in the next couple turns. We could win in the next couple turns. Actually, yeah, give me Iron Bundle. We got a Cram. Okay, this works. 3 cards left on the deck. That would have been really embarrassing if I just milled ourselves. That's okay, though. We're going to try to close it out in the next 3 turns. No problem. We're either winning or losing the next 2, to be fair, because they've got 2 prize cards left. So I'm going to put 3 damage onto that, take a KO. I'm going to put 3 damage onto this guy, take a KO. And then we're going to put 2 damage counters here. Set ourselves up for a KO next turn. And I don't play another Vacuum. Honestly, another Vacuum would have been insane here. So I might as well put... I guess, let me put 3 damage counters onto this guy so I can swing a Cram, and then we'll do the same thing here just to do it, and that's fine. So now we'll take 2 prize cards. Now we're only down 1. So this is close to the play I was talking about. That could be mighty epic. And they're down to 2 prize cards, so hopefully, or 2 cards in hand. So what I'm praying is they don't have an energy or a switch out or anything like that. They already played Superior Energy Retrieval. They're down 3 Sadas. I'm hoping, I wish I had a Stadium Bump. That would have been the icing on the cake. But I'm hoping this Flutter Mane stays in the active, because if it does, that's another Roaring Moon I'm taking out this turn. There's a Pokestop. What are they getting? Earthen Vessel. Well, we have to hope there's no energy in the deck. I'm hoping they play 7 energy and they're in discard and attached already. If they don't have any more energy with that vessel, we're just going to use Sableye, take out this guy, and then we will be in a good spot to close out the rest of the game. So they got Pal Pad, they can take back a couple Sadas, that's fine. They don't have any insane draw, which is good. That definitely works out for us. And I think now, after that Roxanne, we're kind of in a spot where it's like, super long game. This might be one of the longest games I've had in a while for a video, but this is down to the wire off one of the worst hands. I mean, imagine if I had a decent hand. If I was able to get going just a little bit more, we would have been cooking. Come on, you don't have an 8th energy. You play 7. I know you play 7. Right? I'm scared. they might play 8. I wouldn't be shocked. I feel like most lists play 7. Yeah, they play 7. There it is. There it is. I don't know my own list, but I know yours. And we'll see if they have a follow-up. That Flutter Mane is most likely stuck. Boom. Alright, now we have entered the driver's seat. Oh, that feels great. That is such a good card to get. Oh, well, obviously, I've got 2 cards left. I knew there was a 66% chance I was getting that. Give me Radiant Charizard on the bench. I know I've got some other energy in the deck. I've got Switch in hand. You're not playing Game Disruption. I'm just going to set up Radiant Charizard. You should be good to attack. Yeah, you're good to attack whenever I need you. So I'm just going to sit here and spam some Sableye plays, you know? I don't need to do anything else. They're either going to get a switch out this turn. They're either going to get Sada or they're not. So I'm going to take out their active. They need 40 more damage. So let's do this here. Put the damage there. And we have made the impossible happen this game for sure. We are tied. Now, officially, Countercatcher is not live. That Countercatcher in our hand is going to be sitting there dead unless they take a KO this turn. In which case, I probably still won't play it. I'll just KO their active because they're going to need so much to set up another Roaring Moon. But this is what I meant, where it's like, you know, you set up some damage on different Roaring Moons. As long as you attack every turn, it's okay. They get Pokégear. Okay, so they definitely get a Sada. They're definitely retreating. That's good, though. It's good. It keeps the game interesting. It keeps it going well. Did they get Night Stretcher, too? Actually, that might be the worst thing they could have got. They did. They got Night Stretcher, Sada, guaranteed. Because they got 7 cards left. I know there's 2 Sada in their deck. So they could get another Roaring Moon with Night Stretcher. Yup, they could use Sada, put an energy onto it. However, they won't be able to put 2 energy onto the Roaring Moon. That's kind of going to be our saving grace here. I don't even know. What do I do going forward? There are 1 prize card remaining. They either have another... Oh, they'll probably get Sada off this. Off that Sada. They probably drew into their other Sada. That's not ideal. Not ideal at all. I guess I could Countercatcher their Flutter Mane and just hope they didn't have Sada. That might be our best play, to be honest. That might be our best play. Wait, they promoted the one without... Oh, Superior Energy Retrieval. Oh, so they just have a bunch of energy in hand. Okay, actually, I think since they played a second Superior Energy Retrieval, we're cooked. Because then they could attack. They have multiple energy in hand, so even if we gust up with Countercatcher their other Flutter Mane, they'll be able to retreat because they'll have more than 1 energy in hand, I'd imagine. I mean, there's how many in the deck? 4? They take 2. Yeah, that's all they needed was just 2. And how do I get around this? I don't think I have a way to do it. I don't think I do. Because I don't have another Roxanne. I played my Iono in the super early game. If I had Iono at this point, it would have been amazing. But I think that's going to do it. We could not luck out at the very end. I thought there was hope. There wasn't. So, man. I mean, we got Cram. We got Crisis Punch. Actually, I'm curious. Let me just make sure Crisis Punch works on Radiant Charizard for free. It's a good thing to check. And if it doesn't, we're losing no matter what. Because they've got 2 energy in hand, so if I Countercatcher up their Flutter Mane, they just attach retreat. If I go for another Sableye play, which actually I don't have because I don't have a Psychic Energy, but you guys know what I mean. Yeah, they got game guaranteed. So let me just switch in Radiant Charizard, make sure this Crisis Punch play works. I've actually only ever played it on Cram. I'm assuming it does. It should. Yeah, we attack for free, but then they just return the KO. So we're going to swing 280. Last turn of the game. Man, that was so close. Oh my god. Oh my god. This matchup is hard, but my god is it winnable. We just got so unlucky in the beginning and so unlucky in the very end. Also, that Colress being prized kind of destroyed us. That so much just didn't go the way we wanted it to. They deserve to take this final KO. They absolutely deserve it. I mean, that was an insane match. It took forever. It was a, what, 25-minute game? Yeah, this is going to be, if you play this deck to like a big tournament, best of 3 type tournament, it is going to be hard to finish a best of 3 if you're down. Like, we would definitely be in the uphill battle, but we had a good time. Man, oh, that one hurt. That one hurt so bad, dude. I think we played well, though. I think we played the deck very well. We did exactly what we needed to. Both decks were going toe-to-toe. We just did not have the opening hand we wanted at all. Like, playing that early game Iono killed me. I might need to look into sticking a PAL pad in this deck. I think PAL pad could be an insane recovery option. If we had another Roxanne there, good night. Good night. We might have milled ourselves, but, like, whatever. Amazing match. Let's get into match number 2. See if we can turn this day around and go for a 2-1 record. Welcome to match number 2. We are going first, and this is a much better hand. I think with a hand like this, we probably could have won last game. I think I'm going to chalk it down to open up with the world's worst hand. And we're up against a Raging Bolt deck, because that's the only thing I know that plays Sandy Shocks like that. And again, we got a solid hand here. So, I'm going to play my Artisan now. I'm going to get it out another Comfey, because I know Raging Bolt, and I know they love taking a KO on the first turn. So I'm just going to get my Comfeys out now, just get ready for some multiple flower selectings. And if they KO the active, I've got another Pokemon, should mean I'm alright. We're going to get Roxanne and Psychic Energy. That is not what I want to see in the early game. I'm going to take Roxanne. We could live with 2 Psychic Energy in the deck. Roxanne is going to be one of those cards, again, that really clutches up. Our hand's a little dead from here, so I'm just going to pass. Just not going to sweat it. We'll be alright. And we'll see what our opponent does on this turn. We'll see if they have the nuts. They got the Stadium Bump, so they got Pokestop. However, y'all saw, we could use Pokestop fine. And they get 3 cards off their Pokestop. So Prime Catcher is going to do nothing right now because we just have 2 Comfeys in play. They got rid of Trekking Shoes. It's fair. I guess they need to dig deeper. They got, what else did they get? They got, oh, it was the Trekking Shoes they just played, and then they got Earthen Vessel. So they got a couple energy. We'll see if they have any other Pokemon. If they don't have any other Pokemon, honestly, they'll probably be fine. I don't think we can swing 120 damage this early in the game. No shot. We would have needed the world's most ridiculous, like, triple Comfey on this turn into them not taking any KOs into another triple Comfey, Colress, plus Vacuum play. Like, yeah, there's no shot we're getting a turn 2 Sableye. Not with this type of start, at least. That, and I don't necessarily want them to take a KO. I want them to whiff, but I want them to get stage 2s in play. Or not stage 2s, EXs in play, 2 prize Pokemon in play like they do now. So I can just swing into those guys, and here we go. Now they got the Raging Bolt. We'll see if they have another way to dig. If they don't have any sort of Sada. Okay, yeah, there's the Sada, so they got the KO. But they used Prime Catcher, so it's not the end of the world. You know, a Prime Catcher gone, it kind of makes us feel a little bit safer. So they got an easy KO and Comfey, but that is absolutely fine because I got Pokestop, then Flower Selecting, then Colress. So we'll be able to get 4. Yeah, we'll be able to get 4 in the Lost Zone and swing with Cram, and that's really the biggest thing. And they got the, oh man, Bravery Charm is really annoying too because they're at 290 HP. It's a bit annoying to work with, but we got a Vacuum. We could deal with it. And also, we could just gust up Ogre Ponds. That Squawk is some easy 2 prize food. I think what we're going to have to do, ideally, in this match, we're going to go 2 prizes on a Raging Bolt, 2 prizes on an Ogre Pond, 2 prizes on a Squawk. Maybe I even leave Raging Bolt until I could swing with Charizard and then clean up with Sableye. Go Charizard on Raging Bolt, Cram the Ogre Pond, and then Charizard or Sableye the Squawk. But I'm thinking, if we swing 250 on this guy with Charizard, all I need is a Lost Vacuum, boom, KO. They promote something else, boom, KO with Radiant Charizard again. You know, it's kind of the vision I got in mind. We got to see if we can put it to the test, though. What's our top deck? Because we need a lot. Another Colress, that's fine, because I'm going to rip a Pokestop right now. So please get my supporters not on the top of the deck. Okay, asking you shall receive. There's a supporter on the top of the deck. So we got 1 Colress and discard, 2 in hand. Good to see. We got Flower Selecting. As long as we got 2 Colress in hand, we're alright. And then we got Vacuum Switch Cart. Let me take the Vacuum. It's a bit more important. You know, to get rid of that Bravery Charm, that is going to be something annoying to get rid of, and I did learn last game I only play 1 Vacuum in this list, so that's going to be something I really need to see. I love Nest Ball, love Prime Catcher, give me Crisis Punch. That is going to be a huge late game sweep if we kind of fall apart a little bit. Night Stretcher, Counter Catcher. Those are harsh cards to lose. However, I don't think I have a choice. I think, given the hand I was dealt, this is the play I've got to make. So we're going to go Nest Ball into Cram. We're going to Prime Catcher. Who do I want to Prime Catcher? I don't hate Squawk. I don't hate an Ogre Pond. They might play a Penny or something like that, and if they do, whatever, I'll cope. You know what? Give me the Squawk. give me the Squawk. Let's put 110 damage on the Squawkabilly. And then we got a good hand to keep going. We don't have to worry about not having a huge bench right now. They're taking 1 KO at a time. If they KO my Cram, they KO my Cram. They don't have Crown Catcher. They might have Pokecatcher. They could take out my Comfey, but then they leave me with Cram, and I'll ping something else with Cram. That's fine. We have Colress, Pokestop. We could draw minimum. We're seeing a minimum of 9 cards next turn. 1 from top deck, 3 from Pokestop is 4, and then 5 off Colress. We're seeing a minimum 9 cards next turn, which is golden. That's exactly what I want to be seeing every turn. So that's what I mean. There's so much Pokestop in the format right now. SableZard often runs like 2 to 3 Pokestop, right? Honestly, I feel like there's no need to, because everyone else is running Pokestop, so I'm just going to be a leech and just go off there. So you saw last game we played Ancient Box, this game we played Raging Bull, both had Pokestop in game the whole time. I'm not complaining, I'll take advantage of both every time. So honestly, kind of liked having Cram in play there. Them flipping tails on that Pokemon catcher and just KOing Cram might be a little annoying if I don't get an attacker, but we'll find something, we'll make it work. That Nest Ball that they got, I need that. I'm going to need my other Cram. Or no, it's going to be 2. I need too many different things for Radiant Charizard. I need, like, what, double Mirage Gate switch Radiant Charizard if I want to pull that off. Plus, I need my energy in deck. I didn't even prize check yet. Again, if you're playing this deck in real life, please prize check. You need to memorize your counts. You need to make sure you're checking. It's going to be very important to know. Like last game when I didn't have that Colress. You know, that's something I really should have known going forward. I don't really do it in videos because it'll take me like a couple minutes and there's really no need to. And this, just like last game, something your opponent has to worry about. We're playing a single prize deck. There they go. They get the Comfey. That's fine by me, actually. I don't mind swinging Root Cram here. But look, they've got 9 cards left in their deck. They've got 4 more prize cards to take. That's pretty harsh, man. That's a lot of work for them to do. You know, there is a chance they could deck out. Honestly, I'll probably Roxanne next turn, put their deck back, but then, you know, put their deck back. That's insane. Oh, we got Counter Catch. All right, we got Ping on. We could take the KO on Squawk. We could attack into Ogerpon. I think I like that a little bit more. Let me run Pokestop here first, then Colress. The chance of drawing items is highest right now, and we lose our Iono. We get Mirage Gate. We also lose Sableye. Oh, that hurts. That hurts so bad. Let's Colress. What do we got? We got a lot of Pokemon. Okay. Oop, I'm dropping the cards. I am shuffling my bed. So we want, what do we want? We want Buddy-Buddy Poffin to get Comfeys. We've lost 2. About to lose a 3rd, so maybe actually I just sack this. Take this guy, this guy, this guy. I don't know what's prize. That's a later issue. All I know is we got Sableye in discard. I got Rod in hand, Cram in the active, Charizard here. Iron Bundle's just always good to have. And how do I want to do this? Okay. How do I want to do this? Definitely want to play the Comfey. Don't hate putting Radiant Charizard down. I don't really need to, though. There's no benefit from smacking it down. Mirage Gate will be live next turn. We're down 3 Colress, I believe, in discard. 3 Colress Iono. Yeah, so we really got to keep this Roxanne tight. Just like last game where we lost Iono early. You know, we're kind of in a similar position. I could countercatcher someone up. Who's the best person to countercatcher up? Honestly, probably Ogerpon. Because then I could Night Stretcher take out Ogerpon with some play somehow. This is fine. This is golden. And then I think we just swing. Swing 110. Alright. And then the next turn we got our big Roxanne play. So again, we haven't taken any prize cards yet. Not super worried about it. We'll make it work. This Ogerpon could get KO'd with another Cramorant. The Squawkabilly could get KO'd with a Sableye. We've got Rod, which I'm probably going to use next turn before I Roxanne. And I'm going to like bench Charizard. I'm going to do a whole lot of things. They're going to take out another Comfey. Looks like I'm taking a Comfey back with Super Rod. But you know what? Like, as long as I keep an attacker in play, as long as Cram is sitting here in play, I'm honestly not complaining too much. Like, that's fine. They can take out my Comfey. I've got another Buddy-Buddy Poffin in the deck. And I've got Super Rod. So I can always get one back pretty easily. And here they go. They're just going to KO 1. Yeah, they're doing the same thing that our opponent was doing last game, which is smart, not overextending. They're just kind of drawing, gusting, attacking. It's really all they need to do. They don't need to overexert themselves too much. However, Roxanne's now live. So, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Are we at 6? Okay. You know what we could do? They're going to keep Pokestop. I want to get rid of this. KO their active. So let's Lost Vacuum away TM Devolution. Really doesn't help us again. Let's take out this Bravery Charm. Now we're at 7. Now we can Mirage Gate. We haven't seen any Fire Energy, so we should have some Fire Energy left in the deck. So let's go Mirage Gate. Looks like we prized a Fire Energy. Good to know. Good to know. I was really hoping we didn't prize 2. Let's get this guy set up. Now he's ready to rumble. Now I need to get some Nest Ball. I could bench Iron Bundle. Just see what the vibe is. You know, just keep it there in case I ever need it at any point. Let's do it. Let's play Nest Ball. Let's just thin the deck as much as possible. Give me that Comfey. Oh man, give me that Comfey. Because then I don't need a Rod right now. I just want to Roxanne and hopefully get a way to retreat or switch Cram. And I'll save Rod for a little later. I'll save it for later when I need it. Let's rip the Roxanne right now. Put him at 2 cards. Hopefully, let me take a KO on their active. Perfect. We got plenty of switch and a Rod. Okay. Alright, this is sweet, actually. So, with a hand like this, we're going to Rod now, Rod later. I think Rod next turn. Because then I want Radiant Charizard, Fire Energy, Comfey. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the play. So, let's switch into Radiant Charizard. We can still Pokestop, actually. What am I looking for? I guess more switches, maybe a Night Stretcher. Let's Pokestop. We definitely need Pokestop. There's a couple things I'm still looking for. More switches, Night Stretcher, all of those cards actually. Those, I was going to say maybe another Rod. Pokegear is amazing. Dig out my last Colress. Still don't know if it's prize. That's a later issue. We're going to swing 250, take out their active. We're making the comeback. We're making the comeback. They got 2 cards in hand, 0 Raging Bolts, and they're down, what, a couple Sadas, I think? We'll double check. We will double check. And we get Colress out of the prizes. Good to know. And our other Sableye, because didn't I get rid of a Sableye? No, it's in discard and had Rod. Okay, okay. So how many Sada are they down? They're down 2 Sada, 3 cards in hand. They got a couple Ogerpons in play. They got Energy Retrieval. Okay, so they're drawing minimum 2 cards. However, if they swing with Sandy Shocks, I'm not super worried because it's a single prize. Oh, that does mess up my math a little bit, but it doesn't one-shot Radiant Charizard. So it's fine. And I could just switch into Comfey, use Flower Selecting, and then switch back into Charizard, maybe? Not sure, actually, how I get around this one. Not sure. Fire and Bundle, they give me Greninja. And we got, let's see, what do we got? Prize. Night Stretcher would have been awesome. Or Counter Catcher would have been awesome. But we had to get rid of it so early. If we Counter Catchered here and took out, like, the full HP Ogerpon, oh my god, good night. You know what? I could go Sableye. Oh, dude, if you don't set up that Raging Bolt, if you put it in the active, good night streaks. Yeah, they got the Sada. They're going to set up that Raging Bolt. 100%. Are they attacking with it? They should. They don't KO with Sandy Shocks. They almost have to go Raging Bolt. They still have a manual attach. They could retreat, manual attach to Raging Bolt, KO. So they dug out of the, you know, the, what do you call it? Roxanne perfectly. They did exactly what they needed to. Those are 2 useless cards. Those cards are not going to help you at all. I like the position we're sitting in. How many in-law zone am I at? Can I go Sableye next turn? I can, actually. I could go Sableye so easily next turn. Oh, man, that would feel great, actually. And we get Mirage Gate. Good night streaks. Good night streaks. Okay, I definitely want to prize check somehow. I don't remember. I don't want to play this Mirage Gate unless I know for a fact I've got Psychic Energy. Honestly, I could play RM Bundle now. If they stick Greninja in the active, it's just 2 to retreat. Or 1 more to retreat on top of the energy they've already played, which is a pretty substantial amount. Let's play Iron Bundle. I'm curious to see who they give me. And if they give me, like, Raging Bolt or Ogerpon, good night. Yeah, they give me Greninja. That's what I thought. That's good, though. I wanted that in the active because it can't retreat. They need the most work to get that Greninja out of the active. So we're going to play Sableye. I'm going to Colress first. And if I get the Psychic Energy, I get the Psychic Energy. If not, perfect. We get the Psychic Energy. I will take Switch Cart Gate. Don't really need Town Store at this point. We've got Crisis Punch in hand, and if we don't, I can find it. We've got a great, yeah, we've got so much dig potential. Honestly, though, no, I kind of need the Mirage Gate. Actually, I have 1 in hand, so if I need it for Radiant Charizard again, I've got 1. I only need 1 left. Give me the Town Store. Give me the Town Store. So then I can get Crisis Punch for Cram or Radiant Charizard exactly when I need it in the end game. So here, what do I want to do? I want to kind of conserve our switches. I do want to dig a little deeper. I could Switch Cart into Cram, switch into Sableye. I really just want to look for Crisis Punch at this point. So let's do that. Let's do that. So we heal Charizard a little bit. Shouldn't matter too much. I'm going to go Flower Selecting. Really just kind of looking for Crisis Punch. I'm not going to play Pokestop at this point. Give me Cram. Don't need Enhanced Hammer. They're not playing any special energy. And I'll take another Cram just in case. And I think with a hand like this, we're still digging a little bit. no need to play my Rod yet. I like the board state we got. I'm just going to switch into Sableye. And I'm going to take out Squawk, I guess. And then I'll put the rest of the damage counters on Raging Bolt in case they play another Bravery Charm, so I can KO that very easily. Because then I can take out that with Cram or Sableye. I can take out that at another point with Charizard. So let's just put damage there, take 2 prizes. That's huge. Let's put 50 on this guy. And would I ever need more? I guess 10 more in case we play 1 Ancient Booster Capsule. And then we'll put a damage counter here in case I need to swing into you with Cram. And we'll take 2 prize cards again. So this is what I mean, yo. SableZard be cooking. You gotta map out early exactly how you want to attack. But if you could do that, oh my god, you are so live. So what am I scared of this turn? I guess a little hand disruption. Their Iono's in discard. Do you play as another Iono? And Palpad's in discard. Do you play 2 Palpad or another Iono is the big question. That is the question of the day. They play Pokégear. If they have another Iono, we would have seen it there. They failed it. So that tells me there's no supporters that they need or have left. How many SATA are they down? 3, I believe? 3 SATA. They probably have 1 in hand. If they didn't, they would have taken it, or it's prized. But that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. They might not have a way to retreat this Greninja. If that's the case, GG. Sableye onto that Ogerpon for a game. Nice and easy. Wrap it up with SableZard. If they don't switch, they might not have it. There's no way you don't have an energy switch card. Okay, makes sense. Into Sandy Shocks. Perfect. Takes the KO. It's not bad. I think we guarantee the win, though, if they just swing with Sandy Shocks, because we can go so many different things, actually. They're going to go Bravery. Yeah, that's why I put the damage counters here. So it still has 230 HP left, which means Radiant Charizard could still KO it. And they don't even KO because we resist. Oh my god, tell me it is affected by... It's not affected by weakness, it's affected by resistance. So we just lost mine. We're taking out this Ogerpon. Light work. Honestly, light work. Give me this guy. So we need just 10 more damage. Doesn't matter at this point. We'll throw this here, just in case one didn't load right. Boom. 2, 4, 6. Had the math, had it mapped out from the beginning. That is exactly how you got to run with SableZard. Yo, this deck cooks. Nah, this deck is insane right now, dude. I am obsessed with playing this at the moment. This is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun, and it's doing really, really well right now. Can't wait to get into the third match. Oh my god, these are like those might have been 2 super long games, but 2 of the most fun games I've played in a minute. I mean, yesterday's video of Zoroark V-Star was like a blast. This is insane right now. I am obsessing over this. Oh man, alright. Let's get into match number 3 before I fangirl a little more. And let's see if we can get that 2-1 record I was talking about. Welcome to match number 1. We open up against Festival Leads. This is actually going to be a little bit harder because they attack twice per turn, so they could take 2 KOs. However, if we get attacked before they get Reller down, we're going to be cooking. So give me Cram, we're going to need it. And let's just Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Honestly, give me double Comfey. You're not sniping the bench. At least I don't think you are. And I want to dig as much as possible right now. Our hand is okay. It's not perfect, but she'll do. She'll do all right. So we're going to take... Oh, we're taking Sableye. That's the exact Pokemon I needed. Sableye is going to rip this deck apart if we get attacked before Reller. I need a Colress for next turn, though. I need to get to 10 as fast as humanly possible. Neither of those really help me too much. Give me Counter Catcher. I'll live without Town Store. TM Devo, Crisis Punch, not going to help me too much, yeah. Because we're one-shotting like 900% of their deck anyways. We've got 2 cards in Lasso, not the end of the world. At least we know they're not evolving this turn. They really do have to rush to get that Reller down. If we could even Gust KO it, just put them on the edge with that, I think that's going to be our best hope. But this matchup, I feel like seems good in theory, but it actually is probably one of the worst matchups we could hit because they attack twice. So they're essentially like 2-shotting Comfey. You know, they're taking 2 KOs on 2 Comfeys like every turn, you know, stuff like that. It's not going to be fun to go around. And we're just... If that Roxanne was Colress, this might have been the best hand I could have asked for. But it is not. However, I am still holding out hope. They take the Iono, makes sense. Honestly, I wouldn't be that mad if you played the Iono. And they are going to Ultra Ball 2 cards away. They have to play the Iono. Have to play the Iono to get a Grookey down. Makes sense, they do need Grookey. And if they Iono me, we lose Sableye, that's fine. I will find it again somehow. We'll get another Nest Ball or something like that. I'm not that worried. This hand is a bit better. It gives me more hope for Colress. We got Switch Cart for more Comfeys. We got Pokégear to dig deeper. I'm not going to shuffle the deck and get that Sableye back until after I Pokegear, because there's a few cards on the bottom I really don't want to put on top because they weren't Colress. So if I did shuffle the deck by playing Nest Ball and taking out one card, I actually might have effectively put more than one card on top of the deck that's not Colress, so I really don't want to do that. Never mind. Okay, now I actually might do that because I got Colress. You know what? Now let's do that because I got Colress. Why not? Give me that Sableye. Give me that sweet Sableye. I need to sweep as much as possible. So is there a way we could get 8 in the loss on this turn? I don't think so. But my god, are we going to try? I mean, we are going to give it the best go possible. Flower selecting before Colress, I guess. Enhanced Hammer, probably don't need it. Give me another Colress. Totally fine with that. We do have enough switches to play 3 Comfeys. And then a Colress. You know what? There is a world we may be able to get there. Do I ever take Iron Bundle over Gear? Probably. Although I don't hate just KOing Cram. I'm not going to switch into Comfey yet, because if I don't get another switch out to go into Cram, I'm going to be very upset. So I'm going to play Colress now, see what I could get, and 1, 2, 3 are perfect. I don't need Crisis Punch this match, because they are not a high HP deck at all. We could one-shot almost, I'm pretty sure everything in play with Cram. Unless they play one copy of Rillaboom, in which case Radiant Charizard could clutch up. So I really don't need Crisis Punch. We could sack that. And I got the Switch card, so that's pretty sweet. I don't know how to do the rest. We could get at 7. We might as well just dig as deep as possible right now. Just force as much of a chance as them not getting that LOR evolved as possible. I want to dig as deep as humanly possible for the Sableye, so if they don't get it evolved next turn, we can do it the turn after. Night Stretcher over Team Devo. Again, I don't need to devolve their Pokemon because I'm going to be one-shotting almost everything so easily anyways, and I think we just got to switch into Cram. And we are in the most aggressive spot imaginable, but a great spot going into next turn. That, I'm very okay with that. Very, very okay with that. If they don't have a tool to buff a Diplin's damage, oh no, they literally do. I'm staring at a Vitality Band. Okay, they're still taking 2 KOs this turn. Hopefully that's all they're doing and they're not getting, what is it, Relor, and so whatever its name is, evolved. Rabska. Oh, well, okay, there it is. However, we don't have Counter Catcher anymore. Okay. I was gonna say Counter Catcher could go huge, and Cynthia's Ambition. Oh my god, that's not good. That is not good at all. Okay, how do I do this going forward? So I'm going to need to, you know, we didn't get Radiant Charizard down. That's the only other Pokemon that could live in attack. Maybe Munkidori could live in attack too. I might actually have to use Munkidori and just, no, because they can't get confused. Festival Grounds, now that I know what it does after my last video. Did they not get a Thwacky in play? Oh, they didn't. Okay, they're still attacking for 2 KOs, so to be fair, they really didn't need one this turn. So fair, and I'll just give them a Comfey. We've got 3. I don't mind sacking a Comfey over Sableye. This next turn is going to be much harder, however. It is going to be much, much harder for us. This is what I meant when I said this matchup is going to be really rough, because they got Rabska. If we were able to KO things with Sableye before that Rabska came down, we would have been in a perfect spot. But that Cynthia, they had the perfect hand off that Iono. Cynthia's Ambition for 7. How do we cope with that? Okay, so I can Stadium Bump, get Artisan down, take out another Cram just in case. I feel like I should do that. We're going to get to 10 this turn very easily between a Comfey and then Colress. So let me thin out a Cram. We'll hold a Night Stretcher for another Pokemon. I don't need anything too crazy yet. I want to look for Lost Vacuum, take out their Vitality Band, and then maybe go for a Prime Catcher or Counter Catcher onto Rabska, I think is the vision. It's where I'm at mentally. It's what I want to see. So what do we got off this Comfey? Give me Prime Catcher. That's one piece of the puzzle. And we got one switch out into Cram if needed. It's also a Gust card, which is great. Give me Lost Vacuum. Come on. No. Okay, so I need Roxanne. Absolutely need Roxanne. And I guess we haven't blossomed any energy yet, did we? No. So we can get rid of these. That should do. Yeah, that should be fine. I need Roxanne for next turn. That's the only hope. I mean, I know they got like multiple Pidgeots essentially, but it is the only hope I got. Alright, what do I do here? I think go Prime Catcher on Rabska. And then go for a big Sableye play next turn. Hopefully take out another Applin and a Grookey. Maybe I should have kept that TM Devo. I could have put 4 damage counters on like everything. And then just board wipe. That hurts. It's okay. We'll still be alright. We will still be okay. Let me go Prime Catcher. Give me Rabska. Take this Cram. And I didn't get Lost Vacuum. They're going to swing 110. They're going to take another 2 prize cards. But you know what? I'll hit them with the Roxanne. We've either got it or we don't at that point, so that's fine. Maybe I could take out a couple things next turn. Nothing too crazy. We're trailing behind 2, which hurts. Yeah, no, this is not the matchup I wanted to see. Oh gosh. Of course I'd run into Festival Leads. Okay, that's alright. Devolution might have been the most clutch thing I could have got, but it's cool. You know what? It doesn't matter. Does Rabska prevent effects of attacks? And effects of attacks, oh my god, even if we had Devolution, it prevents effects of attacks, not just damage counters. So yeah, we would have been like ultra cooked. They're going to take another 2 prizes here. We'll see if they get anything else. Hopefully they whiff a Thwacky or 2 and they just get some energies. That would be ideal. Nope, they get double Thwacky. So yep, Roxanne's not going to feel as great. Because they could just search for another Festival Grounds again. Oh man, yeah, I don't know how we come back from this one. It hurts. We're going to need Radiant Charizard to attack. But I also need Sableye to attack. Because Radiant Charizard is the only thing that doesn't get one-shot by a Vitality Band Diplin. It's not ideal. Not ideal at all. But it's okay. We're cooking. We're going to be cooking with fire. We'll make it work. Got no energy in discard. I don't have Mirage Gate either. I can't Colress next turn. I need to Roxanne. Sableye should be live. We should be at 10. Yeah, so we don't really need to Colress except to dig deeper. But I need Roxanne to just try to limit their hand as much as humanly possible going forward. And they got 3 Diplins in play. I need to Sableye and take out that Relor on the bench and probably... Yeah, actually, I don't even know because they got everything evolved now. Huh. I'm not taking 2 KOs this turn. If I was able to take 2 KOs this turn, we might have been able to cook. But 80 plus 50 really doesn't cut it. I guess I could swing with Sableye, take out Diplin, Relor, and then lead Radiant Charizard next turn. But then they'll just win the turn after that. Yeah, this one hurts. This one hurts. It's alright though. We're gonna try. We're gonna try our best. And if we got 1 and 2 for the day, off the games like this, I am not complaining. And yeah, they get to attack again. That is. Oh no, actually they don't, because there's not the stadium. They don't have the stadium in play. Oh my god! Wait, that's huge. That's so massive for us. Hold up. So let's get Sableye in the active. We don't need to dig deeper for anything necessarily. Wow. Why did they not Boom 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 Groove for Festival Leads? That's interesting. Okay, now I get the Vacuum. It was literally the next card on the deck. Oh, gosh. I needed that last turn to save my Cram. If my Cram lived there, oh, we would have been so back in. So, how do I want to do this? I want to save Vacuum to get rid of another stadium from them at this point. So, I think I just go, Roxanne here. And just hope I get what I need, I guess. Let's do it. Let's do it. I think that's the best play we got. We got Mirage Gate. That's perfect. We got Rescue. Actually, you know what? We're going to dig a little deeper, too, because I haven't dug deep enough yet. I need a Radiant Charizard. We got Double Switch Cart, Rescue Board, Mirage Gate. We're golden. We're golden. Give me Comfey. We got to dig. We need Radiant Charizard out. I need to be able to tank a hit next turn. Perfect. I'll sack a Sableye. We got 1. We really only need 1 between Rods and Rescue Boards. Will be fine. And then let's go this Comfey. And then I've got Rescue Board to this Comfey here, which will be perfect. That's really all we need to see. And give me Night Stretcher. We got 1 Mirage Gate in hand. That's really all I'm going to need for ideally the rest of the game, right? Because then I could do Fire Energy, Psychic Energy now. And that'll just feel great. Boom. So Psychic here, Fire here. We retreat into Sableye. We are going to take out your Relor. And then taking out the Diplin would be amazing too. What are the chances they get Relor? Oh, very high, because they promote Diplin and then use Boom Boom Groove. So I actually really do need to take Relor out. I need to take it out of commission right now. And then I think we're just going to start pinging damage on any other Diplin, because our next turn we're going to KO their active with Radiant Charizard. So let's just start pinging damage on like this guy. Right? Let's do this. And then, yeah, we're missing by 10 damage, because if this had 40 HP and we were able to KO this guy and their active, we would have been 100% back in the driver's seat. Oh, I forgot to hit select. Take my prize card. What do we got? Heavy Ball. Not bad. Nothing crazy. Our hand's a little dead, but we're kind of where we need to be, so it's fine. It's not the end of the world. They get Tatsugiri down. They have Cynthia's Ambition again. Oh my god. Roxanne them to 3, and they get what they need before Boom Boom Grooves. That hurts. That really does hurt. That'll probably guarantee them the game. I don't know how they come back. I mean, they don't have Rabska down, but they really don't need it. Unless we top deck Psychic Energy, maybe then they might regret it a little bit, but even then, they'll probably be fine. Oh my gosh. It's so brutal. Even if we top deck Psychic Energy, I don't have a way to get this Radiant Charizard out of the active. It's the only thing I could promote to live an attack from their Dipplin. Yeah, this is not the matchup we wanted to see. This is definitely one of the harder ones. This might be one of the worst matchups for sure, but you know what? If Festival Leads is your bad matchup, dude, you're fine. Not many people run Festival Leads, so you know what? It's just take what you could get. This'll do fine. We gave it a really good go. We had some good plays. Devolution maybe could have been big. Maybe I should have saved that. I don't actually think it'll matter. I've never had a good turn to do Devolution yet, so it's not the end of the world. They're going to use their attack, but we're going to live it. That's why I needed Radiant Charizard down so bad. Just because we're still alive. That's the best we could hope for. Although they win next turn, most likely. That actually might have been the world's best top deck I've ever seen. Let's get Heavy Ball. What we got in here? Fire Energy, Colress, Buddy-Buddy Poffin. I prize the Colress every single game. That's insane. That is so insane. Give me Night Stretcher, Counter Catcher, Iono. In case we can somehow live another turn. It's not a switch out though, so we can't even switch into another Sableye. If I was able to Sableye, take out 2 Dipplins. No, they still would have won next turn. Yeah, I think we're just cooked no matter what, because they could take 2 prizes so easily next turn. We didn't get a way to get Munkidori. It's not discarded, is it? I could get Cram actually, because Cram, nothing can swing 110. They're just swinging 100, and they need to swing onto this guy. So you know what? Let's just take Cram. Just give me Cramorant. And then, that's fine. That's all good. That's golden. Give me this, and we have to KO their active. Can't use Counter Catcher yet. That's okay. Do I Night Stretcher again? Not yet. I don't know what I'm going to draw into or dig, so I'm going to hold the Night Stretcher in case I get Rod or something for Sable. I don't know. We're gonna hold on to it. Let's just Combustion Blast for 500 damage on this Dipplin. That's ridiculous. That's so insane. And we've got a chance. It's not likely, but if we could somehow get Sableye next turn, we could win. Unless they have another Vitality Band. If they have another Vitality Band, we're cooked. But you should only play 1. Or Boss's Orders. Do you? Oh, yeah, you haven't played Boss's Orders. Oh, we're 100% cooked. They just need to boss around our active and then swing, and we'll be cooked. Although, we'll just give them Cram again. I guess that, yeah, they need another Vitality Band. Defiance Band isn't live if they want to work. And we need the nuts. We need the absolute nuts to pull this one off. I don't know how we do it. I don't know how we do it. We have to top deck, like, switch, go into Comfey, use Comfey to get Psychic Energy or Mirage Gate, and then we need to... Alright, there's a chance, actually. There's a chance. So if I get Sableye next turn, I could do 10 damage to the Sableye, to the Dipplin on the bench, right here, and then do 80 damage to here, Manaphy, Tatsugiri. We could win next turn. They shouldn't be KOing us unless they have another Vitality Band, or Boss's Orders wouldn't even necessarily do it. Silene. Of course. Of course they play Silene. Alright, well, and they flip 2 heads, so they're going to take Vitality Band down. Of course, yesterday when I needed it in my Zoroark deck, they didn't. We flipped double tails, and we were cooked because of it. Of course, when they play Silene, they're perfect. Yeah, I saw it off the top of their discard pile. It's back in the deck. We're cooked here, and they're going to Boom Boom Groove. They're just going to take back the Vitality Band, and they're going to win because of that. If they didn't get that Vitality Band down, right, we promote Cram, they swing 100, we're fine. You know, we're fine. We've got hope for next turn. Because of it, now we have lost. Now we have officially lost. So they're going to swing on the active. Well deserved, though. That was a very well played game. We, again, pushed this deck to the absolute limit. We'll give them Cram. It doesn't matter. They deserve to take it, though. They played that game very, very well. Got to give them the thumbs up. They deserved that one. Give them a little thumbs up email. They absolutely deserved it. It was a well played game. This deck, honestly, I think this deck is in a pretty fine position after playing it. You know, I really wanted to see what it was like. We even could have won this game. You know, this game is this is one of the hardest matchups, but I would be lying to y'all if I said it was not winnable. Also, I apologize for the long video. I think this video is going to be like way longer than most, so if you made it this far, seriously, thank you so much. But yeah, no, this game was a blast to play. This whole deck was a blast to play. I mean, I think this list was really, really solid. Honestly, after playing it for a while, I really don't know if you need Pal Pad. If you lose a hand disruption card, there's not much you could do. You know, you tried. It's just how it is. I don't know what I would cut for it. I think a second vacuum would be more beneficial. If I was even able to vacuum that Vitality Band, we would have won because they didn't play a second. Wow. And it was our top deck the next turn. That hurt the most. Maybe I should have tried to dig a little deeper. Maybe if there's a way to dig literally one card deeper, that could have made the difference. But we'll never know what we could have, should have, you know, done. It doesn't matter. We gave it a blast. This list is phenomenal. The deck absolutely cooks. Definitely give it a shot on the ladder to tournaments. It's definitely one of the harder ones that I've played in, I guess, the past week or so. Like, I feel like I've posted some easier decks. This one's definitely a little harder, but it cooks nonetheless. And if you get used to it, you know how to play. You got that mapping down pat. Like the first two games, I had that vision, and I think I did a good job executing that vision. If you could do that very well in your matches, and you really understand prize trading and stuff like that, and you're patient, and you know you're going to make comebacks with this deck, you're going to do amazing. This deck is absolutely phenomenal. A ton of fun to play, so thank you guys so much for watching this far. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That being said, stay epic. Peace.